Morning dear children, welcome back to the class. Hope you all are doing good children. So let's start the class as our term 1 is finished. So we'll prepare for our upcoming exams children. The first lesson which we'll do is composition of air. What does it mean children, composition of air? Air is made of various components and elements. We'll study about it in this lesson. So let's start. Children, before starting with the lesson, I would like to ask you some warm-up questions related to our previous lesson. The first question is, when we boil water, the steam coming out of it is called what? Do you remember? When we boil water, the steam coming out of it is called what? Is your water vapor, isn't it? And it moves where? It moves upwards, isn't it? When it moves upwards, children, do you remember where does it mixes? It mixes with the air, isn't it? From here we come to know the first component or first element which is present in the air is your water vapor. Isn't it very exciting children? So today in this lessons we'll study about how the air is made up of and also the various components present in the air. So let's start. So the learning outcome is children, students can state that air is a mixture of gases. Students can identify the presence of some components of air. In page number 2 of part 2 of your book children, you can see there is a question. Arjun woke up in the morning to go school. He found that the air was fresh and cool. When he came back from school in the afternoon, he felt the air was not so fresh and cool. Do you know why? When we wake up in the morning, we feel very cool and fresh air, isn't it? But as the day goes on, we don't feel that fresh air. Why is it so, children? Can you answer to this question? Think over it. The air in the morning is fresh and cool because it is fresh, it is free of dust and smoke. It is free of dust and smoke. As the day goes on, the air becomes warm and polluted. The dust and smoke of the vehicle and factories children get mixed with the air. Can you see children in the picture when in the morning less vehicles are run, right? And no offices, no factories are open, right? So there is no work in the morning. So children, there is less pollution. Due to that we can feel fresh and cool air. But as the day goes on children, factories are open, the works are started children, and you can see more of vehicles are run. And due to that you can see the smoke and dust coming out of the vehicles and your factories. These smoke and dust, where does it go children? It mixes with the air and it pollutes the air. Is it clear? So we don't feel we don't feel the air fresh, we don't feel fresh air, and it is warm, it becomes warm and polluted. Is it clear? Next, if I ask what is an air, if the word air, if I ask what comes in your mind children, what can you say on the topic air? So we all know that air is all around us. It is all around us, right? There is a presence of air in my place, in your place. It is all around us. It is very important, isn't it? Otherwise, living being could not survive. The air around us is a mixture of different gases, water vapor and dust. Now children, you know water vapor. You know about the dust. Now you can see, let's take the example of our home only. When our mother cleans, do dusting, clean the furnitures, and the dust comes out of that furniture, isn't it? So that dust, where does it go? It mixes with the air, right? So, and about the gases, what are these gases? We'll study about it in this class. Gases are substances that can move around freely. Gases do not have any shape of their own. It does not have any shape of their own. They can fill any available space of any shape. If there is any space, children, available space of any shape, children, it can fill that space. Okay, but it does not have shape of their own. Clear? So, what are these gases present in the air? The first one is oxygen. Second is carbon dioxide. Third is nitrogen. You must be knowing about the oxygen and carbon dioxide. We take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide, isn't it? So let's study about it. Air is mostly made up of nitrogen and oxygen. Air is mostly made up of which gases, children? Nitrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide and some other gases are present in smaller amount. It is present in the air, but it is present in the smaller amount. Clear? Air is mostly made up of which two gases? Nitrogen and oxygen. Air also contains water vapor. You know, children, isn't it? Which is the gaseous form of water and some dust. So, what we studied, that air is mostly made up of nitrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide and some other gases are present, but it is present in smaller amount. Clear? And water vapor and some other dust are also present in the air. Clear? Clean air does not have any smell or color. Now children, we are talking about the oxygen. We know that oxygen, how important it is, right? It is very important. So I'll show you the presence of oxygen, how it is important through one activity. You can do along with me, children. So you can take one candle, then you can light a candle. You can light this candle. Okay, is it done? Now children, we'll cover this candle with this glass. And now you observe what happens. Can you see? The candle stop burning, children. Why is it so? Due to the absence of oxygen. Oxygen could not pass through this. Could not enter inside this glass. Due to this, children, the candle stopped burning. Is it clear? So this shows that the oxygen is present in the air. Is it clear? So next, you can see page number 3 of your textbook, children. Now, through this diagram, what you can understand, that you can see there are two words coming. Two words are here, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. You can see that there are two living beings, that is a child and an animal, right? So children, oxygen, we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide, isn't it? So children, oxygen, from where does it comes? It comes from trees, right? Plants. And we releases that carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide, children, is absorbed by plants and trees. So this is carbon dioxide is a food for trees. They give fruits out of it. It's a children, you can say it is a food of it, and it releases oxygen which we inhale. Now what it is written here, we have learned that, kindly see your book, children. We have learned that air contains different gases. Let us find out the sources of these gases. So let us find out the sources of gases. Now children, from where does we get oxygen and from where does carbon dioxide comes? Let's study about it. We all need air to breathe, right? We all need air to breathe. Otherwise, living beings cannot survive, as I already told you. All animals breathe in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. The air which we release, that is carbon dioxide, and the air which we inhale is your oxygen. At the same time, plants take in carbon dioxide from the air to make their food. How do plants prepare their food, children? They prepare their food through carbon dioxide. They take carbon dioxide from the air to make their food. They give out oxygen during this process. While taking carbon dioxide, they exhale oxygen. And that oxygen, children, is for that oxygen is for living beings, right? We inhale that oxygen, which is very important. So in this way, the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air are maintained. So inhale and exhale, carbon dioxide is taken by the trees or plants, and this oxygen is taken by human beings. So there is a balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay. What will happen to this balance if we cut trees unnecessarily? If children, we cut trees, so trees absorb that carbon dioxide, isn't it? They take in carbon dioxide. If we cut trees, where does this carbon dioxide will go? Can you think over it? There will be imbalance, isn't it? And it will be harmful and the air will become harmful, isn't it? So children, we should not cut trees. So these are the sources of oxygen and carbon dioxide in air. Now if I ask you, can you say from where does the oxygen comes and from where does the carbon dioxide come and where does it goes, children? Now you can answer to this question that we get oxygen from trees, and trees take in carbon dioxide which is from the air, right? Next, in this way, children, there is one question. In this way, the level of oxygen and carbon dioxide is maintained, taking in by plants and the trees take in carbon dioxide from the air and we take in oxygen. This is how there is a balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen. What will happen to this balance if we cut trees unnecessary? Let's check the answer, children. Plants take in carbon dioxide from the air to make their food, right? Plants, they take carbon dioxide. Why do they take carbon dioxide from the air? To make their food. They give out oxygen during this process. During this process only, children, this is the process, you can see. This is the process, taking and giving out. They take in carbon dioxide, they give out oxygen. You can see this process, this is the process. And this oxygen is taken by living beings. Okay? And then the carbon dioxide which is released, and that carbon dioxide is taken in by plants, or you can say trees. So children, plants take in carbon dioxide from the air to make their food. They give out oxygen during this process. If we cut trees, the level of oxygen in the air will decrease. The level of oxygen will decrease. Children, we get oxygen from plants. If there will be no plants, from where will we get oxygen? Isn't it? And that of carbon dioxide will increase. Carbon dioxide will increase and children, oxygen will decrease. There will be imbalance, right? And oxygen is very important, isn't it? As I have shown you in the activity also. What is the man doing in the given picture? Is it right or wrong? Why? Think over it, children, and answer. You can see what a man is doing in the picture. You can see that he is cutting tree, right? Is it right or wrong? It is wrong, isn't it? Can you answer why? Just now we studied, isn't it? Plants take in carbon dioxide to prepare their food, to make their food, isn't it? And releases oxygen in this process, and that oxygen we inhale, we take that oxygen, isn't it? So there is a balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. If they cut tree, children, what will happen? That there will be decrease in oxygen and there will be increase in carbon dioxide, isn't it? And which is very harmful for the air and for us. So children, let's see what is the answer. The man is cutting down a tree. It is wrong. It will disturb the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in air. Is it clear to everyone about the oxygen and carbon dioxide? Okay. So it is written here, children. We know that water vapor in the air comes from different water bodies. We know that from where water comes. Water comes from different water bodies, right? Ponds, lakes, rivers. Once the air gets filled with water vapor, it changes into water droplets and falls as rain. We have already studied in our previous lesson, isn't it? So, this is about the water vapor. Now children, I would like to ask you two questions based on these topics which we have studied today. Name one gas present in the air. We have studied that nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide is present, isn't it? You can name any one of these. Next, name a form of water present in the air. Which form of water is present in the air, children? Water vapor, isn't it? Very good. So, the key words which we have come across, children, are first air, mixture, gases, substance, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water vapor and dust. You can note down these words in your copy, children. So before ending the class, I would like to summarize the topic which we have studied today. We have studied that air is a mixture of various gases, water vapor and dust, isn't it? Now, which are those gases, children? Oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Now children, we know that our air, oxygen and nitrogen is mostly present in the air, and carbon dioxide and some other gases, children, are present, but it is in less amount. Okay. So next, what we have studied? We have studied the sources of these gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen. From where do we get? What is that process? Okay. So you go through it, and if you find any difficulty, children, you can ask me. That's all for today. Thank you so much.